We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Redskins. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. H3, H3, top.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Just like that. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Switch. Let's go. Come on. Hey, 55. Check right. Watch 55. Here we go.
Now Watson. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it.
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Ready up. 6. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got it. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith. No, it's out. Smith lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Ready, set. Boy, 56. Check 56. Let's go, man. Hey, box truck. Get that one. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Good track. Go! Go!
Now back to throw, and that is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
50 points down, he's coming. Short.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Watson just beating the play clock. He's going to air one out. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 54, Mike 54.
Look, please.
Back. Sponge.
Hey, wahoo. Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. He's got Smith here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mike, you set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he gets this up. Across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Check 9, check 9. Alert. Hey, 59. 55. Right, echo. Yo. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. Check, Mike 54. Let's go, D.
They don't give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Come on,
not a good one, let me tell you.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Open man is Cameron Batson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. What's the end? Check, really far.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go, baby.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Under 10. Out.
Now a run with Geis. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. That one complete. He finds Shark. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. It's Henry. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Game situation. Let's go.
Back to throw here. That's complete to Sharp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
He'll drop to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, stand up. Hey, check. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with second and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and
1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Alert, alert. Kill.
Here's Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, it's Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54. 57's the mic. Hot seven. The mic. I'm coming.
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
3rd down, here's Geis. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
3rd down.
Watson now to throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. You go tight. Hey, 31. You got tight. Go. Watch 57's right. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. And no timeout. Go.
From the red zone now, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Barber. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, that was a deep.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Hey, lock it.
Check 50, check 50.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barber, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. The 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
On 4th down, Barber. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Barber. Being chased out left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 5'9", Mike 5'9". Go. Check.
Yes.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
To throw is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Check. 59. Hey, we're pretty quiet, Chief.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater taking a shot for Samuel, and that is caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Switch. Check 3. Check. Pick the edge.
Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back to you. I'm going. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 37. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Give me some.
From the gun, Barber. And that is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Running with Howard. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Bridgewater. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Come on, set. It's again. Pick it up. March 50, pick up.
Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
57's right.
It's our field. It's our field.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to Samuel. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Switch. 50 front.
They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Kill. Hey, switch gears. 22, Jet, over. 22, Jet, over.
Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Mike 5'9". Don't get it on shot.
Check 59.
Bridgewater. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike. Check. 59. Rabbit. Let's go. Drive on. Twist.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one taken from the 7th. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
And as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches.
Check 37. Whip. Watch the whip. Twist. Jim.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check. Deuce. Match pass. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. And here we go. Watch the 56. Bullet pass. Watch the twist.
Bridgewater on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, check. 59. Here we go. Check.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.